Hello, and we're back with part 4 of Lasasha Flame's interview. My name's Sam. I'm also known as Samuel J. White on the front of my books, or Sam J. White on Facebook. So, the next question that Lasasha was asked was, what do you like to eat or drink while writing? I know what some people are going to say. A lot of people say this. We're going to just, no brand names there, by the way. And another big no-no is, of course, alcohol while writing. I'm just kidding, that's an empty from the other night. Wouldn't drink during the day. Okay, let's go on with Lasasha's interview.
What is my favorite thing to eat and drink while writing? My favorite thing to drink is definitely coffee. I am no good to anybody without coffee. And basically anything that's a snack. I'm really not that picky, to be honest. We're gonna go for the next question. Okay, so the next question is, oh, do I get recognized on the street by my readers? Nope. No, no, no. Bad, bad, bad. No. No, I do not get recognized by my readers on the street. But to be fair, I have hid my identity for a long time. One of the reasons is I had fear of persecution from my family. And you have to remember, I start off writing personal smut for the depraved of our society. So, not really something that you're gonna say, hey mom, I wrote a story about a guy snuffing his mother. But that was a big reason for me wanting to keep my identity under wraps. Another thing is that you get weird stalkers. When you are a woman in the industry, you get these weirdos who think romance writer and an erotica writer are code for sex worker. And there have been several times, and this is not one time, there have been several different males who have told me that because I wrote a certain scene or wrote a book and it had a sex scene in it and they got aroused, I am now obligated to get them off or send them nudes. I've even been blackmailed and said if I didn't send him nudes, he was going to one-star my books. So, to have a nice little buffer between me and the weirdos, I hid my identity a lot. But another reason, and this is like the biggest reason why I hid my identity, is I get told so much, so often that I am beautiful. Yes, I am a plus size girl, but I am still gorgeous, and I know I'm gorgeous, and that's not being conceited. I've been curvy my whole life, and I've been told my whole life that I'm very beautiful, and a lot of times you're not taken serious when people perceive you as being beautiful because we have this thing that we must have it easy in life, or life must be easier for us because we're beautiful. And I wanted to be able to build my platform on just my personality and my work without my face being up there, and seeing if people would just gravitate to me because of who I am instead of, gravitating to me because they think I'm pretty and they want to get with me. So I just wanted to be taken serious as a writer and people to know me as a person and my personality without kind of say, well, you're beautiful, so it's easy for you, or it's easy for you to connect with people, or whatever, because you're pretty. You're pretty. I just got tired of hearing that, and I just wanted people to like me for me without my looks mattering. I just didn't want to be told, oh, it's easy. Because it's not. It's hard. I'm a workaholic. And
So that's very interesting to hear that from Lasasha about why she didn't want to be known by her face. And I can see if I was in that situation, of course, I wouldn't want to be known by my face. I mean, I don't want to be known by this face. But it also interested me. It's like a character that I've been working on in one of my books who is quite pretty, and she just doesn't want to accept it because she just wants to be accepted as a person and not what she looks like, and she refuses to wear makeup and only goes to the gym because she enjoys working out and doesn't want to show her body off to other people. And that's one way of looking at it. As for the going out thing, I mean, and being recognised by people, I know that feeling. I don't get recognised by people. I bumped into someone the other day who I knew from Facebook and who I'd even been speaking to on Facebook, and didn't recognise me at all. By the way, as well, I also know that Lasasha does makeup videos and she does tutorials on Facebook about how to put the makeup on. They're quite interesting for someone, as you can see, like me, who wears so much makeup. Yeah, right. Moving on to the next question.
yeah, so now I'm feeling like, fuck it. This is what I look like. Hey, and several of you know my government name. Whatever. Doesn't bother me. This is who I am. A lot of my family knows. A lot of my family is kind of, they're not mad about what I write. They're more like, why didn't you trust us enough to tell? And I don't know, my business. But my family just never really made me feel like they would be open to something like this. So it was a slow introduction. But come in now. Hey, and hence this video. Now you can see me. Ta-da! Hope I'm charming and not weird. I'm probably am weird, but if you don't like my weirdness, fuck you. No, I'm joking. Alright, next question is how have you found the world of indie authors? Have you struggled or found it easy? What barriers have you had to overcome? Alright, so when I first started writing novellas, because I haven't exactly, I mean, I reached novel. I can write a novel, but when I was at the point where I was only writing novellas, I joined a bunch of writer groups because I really want to like pick the brains of tons of writers. I am switching over from doing short stories and short scenes, and I want to do a full story with a full plot and the 3 acts and the character arc and growth and development and all of that. A lot of those things you kind of don't have to worry about when you're doing like just a scene. When your short stories are so short that it's just a scene, you don't need in-depth character development. You don't need like a whole story arc. You just need to get that scene out. So going from just a scene to multiple scenes put together to make a whole plot and character development, I really wanted to pick other authors who've already been doing it brains, because it just made sense to surround yourself around people who are already doing what you're trying to do. And I had the pleasure of having a mentor, but at this point, me and the mentor were not seeing eye to eye anymore. So I was on my own and had no guidance or nobody in the industry to be there for me. So I joined a bunch of writer groups, and I want to put myself out there and be helpful and be mentored by other authors. But instead, I was bullied a lot. I was basically told if I have to ask this question, then I don't deserve to be a writer. It was like the number one thing. Even when I tried to like post engagement questions to get people to, share your thoughts on this topic, they still use it as a way to attack me. And I kind of felt like helpless, and I didn't even want to write anymore. I was like, man, if this is what the industry is, I don't think I want it, because there's just so much like hatred and nastiness towards other people. And just when I was about to give up, there was this great, amazing angel. Ah, his name is CJ Rutherford, and he.
So big shout out to CJ Rutherford. I know CJ Rutherford on Facebook as well. He's been doing some live readings and stuff like that to keep people entertained for lockdown. He's been doing it for free as well, so great bloke. And I know people who have helped me in that same way as he's helped Lasasha, and Lasasha is one of those people. I can also name a couple of others: Taylor McNeil, Israel Shravenhart, and stuff like that to a lesser degree. Taylor's no longer here, disappeared. But anyway, I will let Lasasha continue with what she has to say about CJ Rutherford. Great bloke.
He took me under his wing, and he basically said, he gave me a list of shit to do to get my shit together to be taken serious as an indie author. He said, do this, this. And I did that. And basically, if it wasn't for him and reaching out to me and being like an open well of information and answering all my questions and pointing me in the right direction and not scared to tell me the truth, and he gave me a list of I was overwhelmed, but I knocked that fucking list out, okay? But and everything he said, it turned to gold. So I know he knew what he was talking about, because I was able to start building my readership, and I was connecting people and selling books, and getting excited. And I thank him by my heart, but I also did not want other new writers to go through what I went through. I didn't want them to go through what I went through, and I wanted to be a CJ in the industry. So I spend a lot of time paying it forward. I like to share for other authors, and instead of building a reader group that's all about readers of my work, I decided to just build a book club where all writers and readers of genre in any genre can connect and talk and discuss.
So yeah, the video sort of ends here, and I think there's another one which I've got to find, so there's going to be more of it. But Lasasha was talking about her Facebook book club, and yeah, I've met quite a few people in there. They're very supportive. I'll try to put a link to it down there if I can find one, for any prospective authors who need help. I'm doing a sort of similar thing myself with these videos, trying to help people. You've probably seen this video in one of those groups, but I also have a separate one for my own work, which is for fans really. But yeah, I do believe that there's going to be more to this video, so we're going to be looking at Lasasha part 5 if I can find the video. It will be here, or there, or up there somewhere. See you in part 5.